You came down here?
I came down here this morning. I came down, I was in America when the fire happened, and I flew in this morning and came straight down here from the airport. And, I'm just speechless at what's going on and how traumatized people are and how they don't really have any answers. I spoke to about a dozen victims, and this was a victims only meeting.
Yeah.
But they needed translators because some people didn't speak fluent English. And
Where was that being held?
It was right across the road there. But then they put these bouncers at the door, and they don't let anyone go in. And they're saying, oh, it's just residents only, but the residents are in shock and trauma.
Well, of course they are. They need support, don't they?
Information. You're telling them go to the Citizens Advice Centre. Listen, I wouldn't go to the Citizens Advice Centre.
No, they should be coming to them.
Yeah, I mean, who wants to go to the Citizens Advice Centre, especially if you're in trauma and shock?
Yeah.
And they're saying, well, we've got this 10 million we've collected, but we don't know how to disperse it. And we've got, the government has said that they're going to give each family £5,000.
Yeah.
But you better take legal advice on that, because there is a likelihood that your benefits might get cut if you take that 5,000. So you should take legal advice on that. Then they gave them...
They're not given any special circumstances for that. They're not given any special treatment.
It's all very conflicting information, because on one hand they're saying, well, the government comes out and makes an announcement that we're going to do this, and then on the other hand there's no means of distribution, there's no way of actually identifying. A lot of the victims won't even show up because they're still in shock.
Well, yeah.
I spoke to a man whose friend dragged him down here because he said, you need to get out, you need to come and get some clothes. He was in the same clothes.
Yeah, because they've been wearing the same clothes.
And they said, okay, so then we were in there, and then somebody comes around and sticks 200 quid in each one's hand.
Okay.
And most people that I was with, who are Asian and Muslims, they were gutted and felt ashamed, and they voiced it, and they said that they felt really upset that it's been reduced to money.
Yeah.
Whereas they've witnessed people burning
into
at
death.
windows.
Yes, exactly. And people jumping from buildings.
It's just mind blowing. And then they say, oh, you've got till the 26th of June. They put them up in hotels all in different places.
I heard
only until the 26th of June.
Okay.
So,
but I heard yesterday that some people have only got accommodation until tomorrow, which is Tuesday. They didn't know what was happening after that.
They don't know what's happening.
Yeah, they don't know.
They don't know what's happening. They don't know what's happening, and they're in shock, and they're really hurting, and it's not coordinated. There's no one from the council. There are some self-appointed people in there that, quite frankly, you don't even know who they are. As far as I'm concerned, they all look like they work for the government anyway. They just put on some t-shirts and say, I'm a volunteer.
Yeah.
But it was like bouncers at the door. And I hate to say this, right, but I'm going to say it. If you look at the victims that have been declared so far, of the people that his pictures have been, every single one is black, Muslim, Asian.
Yeah.
Right? There was 5 white families, right, in this whole thing. Now, this is a very well-integrated community,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Something like this happened, and all the gatekeepers are white. These white guys are standing there like big damn bouncers, just harassing people and saying, if you're not family, you can't come in, right? So, effectively, it's like they're telling them, they're herding everyone, and they're telling them what to do. And these people are hurting. And the way they're treated, they need proper advocates.
Yes, of course they do.
They need proper people who are saying, these are our demands, this is what we want. Not to be drag themselves down here, and then now they've got to be shunted back off to some hotel and sit in a room.
Yeah.
They don't know what's happening. They don't have a clue. And they've lost their whole
they've lost everything.
Life.
They've lost everything they own.
For no reason.
They're going to suffer this trauma for the rest of their lives.
In a totally preventable thing.
And the fact that they said they were only going to give them £5,000, is that per person or per
family?
Per family. Can you imagine £5,000 if you've got 5 kids or whatever? That can't buy anything.
It's disgusting.
When you insure your home, you don't insure it for your contents. You don't insure it for £5,000, do you? Yeah.
And then imagine, even if they had insurance, like go through an insurance.
No, that's
claim
going
in
to take
this
forever.
situation.
Yeah.
And even if you do, I bet you anything, the insurance company is going to say, "Oh, well, we're not responsible for this because look, it was the cladding, it was
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
it
yeah.
was that." It's just nothing but ethnic cleansing,
Yeah.
pure and simple.